C6 Tetraplegia Strength Program by Aaron Bruce and Michael Giddy. Case study. Harry, aged 74 years old, fell off a ladder 15 weeks ago and sustained a C6 complete spinal cord injury. He has now returned home to Tullamore. Create a strength training program to improve the below motor tasks: rolling, lying to sitting, propping, vertical lift, horizontal transfer between beds, and wheelchair to bed. Rolling. Exercises. Rolling and side-lying abduction.
So we're doing the rolling activity now. So I'm going to reach across with my left hand like this, and then this involves me just reaching across with my right arm like that, and then reaching across. And then we can go to the other side. So use momentum to get over there, reach across with my left arm, just like that. So to practice rolling, I'm going to have my left arm extended out to my side, and I'm going to abduct with my right arm, like that. And I can do the same for my left side as well.
Now it's also important to have the pillow underneath because it allows the side to stay propped up so you can get good abduction. Lying to sitting. Exercises. A lateral delt lift and crawls.
So we have used momentum to get into this side lying position. So what I'm going to do now is to lift up like this, and this will use my lateral deltoid to then raise my trunk up. So this will be really important when we transition from this lying position to then propping forward on our elbows. So I'll go back on the other side now. And I can use my other hand for a bit more support if needed as well. So to practice going from lying to sitting, we're in our position, side lying, and we've used our arms as momentum to get here. And we're going to practice going from this position to then crawling up like this. So we're going to use our arms to wiggle, and we're going to go back and forth. And last one.
Propping in sitting. Exercises. Alternating leg taps and trunk stability. Here we're in propping in sitting position. An exercise that we want to do with this is shifting the weight between the left and right arms. And while we're on the weight, is bringing the other arm forward just to touch the leg and back. Just to work on a bit of balance and just weight bearing through each arm. Yep. So now we're in propping and sitting, and an exercise that we can do is using like a chair or a little stool, something to kind of give us a bit of balance, is working on some trunk and core strength. And so it's just, leaning forward, leaning back, trying to keep that control, just moving in a straight direction. Don't want any wobbling to the side. It's just trying to keep, flecting forward and extending, just like that. Vertical lift. Exercises. Alternating bum lifts and seated bum lift. Okay, so now that we're in the position of propped up and sitting, the next thing that we need to work on is our vertical lifts. And vertical lifts are extremely important for mobilizing in the bed, and also like your transfers from bed to chair, chair to bed, and even ground to chair. So with this exercise, all we are doing is we have two targets on the left and right, and it's just using your arms to push up, lift your bum off the bed, and then back to center. and then towards the target, and then back to center. Just like this. Beautiful. So imagine if we're in a wheelchair now. It can be done in a chair as well. Now this is to help with the vertical lift. And so now most people, they'll lock out the elbows, and then just in this position, we can work. I'm just trying to get the bum off the chair. Now this is very functional because it will help when doing transfers from chair to bed and from bed to chair.
Horizontal transfer between beds. Exercises. Long sitting and seated left-right horizontal shifting.
So we're now going to do a horizontal transfer within the bed. So I'm going to weight bear through my right side, my right arm. I'm going to pull this leg across, pull the other one across, put my other arm down, and then scoot across. And I'm going to do the same, move my arm over, and I'm going to do the same in the other direction. So I'm going to weight bear through this arm, pull the leg across, and then scoot. I'll do the same again. Weight bear through the right arm again. Lift my bottom off the ground, and then shuffle over again. We'll go one more. Oh, wrong way. Through the left arm, scoot across, and last one. So we're just going to practice doing some horizontal transfers along the bed. So this will involve me pushing up through my arms and then moving across the bed. So this will be really helpful for transferring from the edge of the bed to a wheelchair. So we're going to be sitting back in the bed a little bit because we're too far forward, it might be a bit difficult. So I'm going to start with moving my right leg and left leg as such, and then push through and then scoot across. And push up through the arms, like so. I'm going to lock out the arms and scoot across. Right leg and left leg, and extend through, and now the other way. And repeat.
Wheelchair to bed. Exercises. Long sitting height transfers and chair to couch transfers.
So a lot of times you're going to have to do a transfer from your wheelchair to the bed or to the bed to the wheelchair. In a lot of cases, there'll be a discrepancy in the height between the wheelchair and the bed. The bed might be slightly higher or slightly lower. For this exercise, you can do it in the bed, and it's just simply having either a few mats, couple books, or something along those lines, in which you can do a transfer to a raised and then back down to a lower level. So for this, we'd be moving across and then picking the bum up, propping up to a higher position, and then doing the same and shuffling right to the edge, and then lowering ourselves down. And then the same again, we can pick ourselves up, shuffle across, and then lowering ourselves back down. And all of this can just be done in the bed. So now we'll be practicing transfer from wheelchair to bed. So imagine if this is the chair, this is the bed, or it can be done just with a normal chair to the couch. It's the same principle that's working. So firstly, what you do is actively assist, lift the legs up, and then locking out the arms, shuffling across onto the bed or couch like that. And then going back is taking legs off first, locking out those arms, and shuffling back into like that, and then repeating.